What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Legion of Nerds. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Brandy.
I'm Brian.
Today, we're coming with our retrospective for Son-in-Law. We trying to get closer to the holidays and line up our movies with the holidays. So we figured this would be a good one since it centers around Thanksgiving.
Turkey Day.
That's right. That's right. And today, we're going to allow Brandy to lead the retrospective. It was her pick, so we're going to let her take control today. That's right. That's right. If you like what we do here, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, leave some comments. Let us know if you watch Son-in-Law every year for Thanksgiving. So, y'all ready to get into this?
Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Let's get down
Take
to
it over,
business.
girl.
All right, so we started today with Son-in-Law. It's a Pauly Shore movie from 1994. Directed by Steve Rash, who previously directed Can't Buy Me Love.
That's right.
And we all have a special place for that movie in our heart.
Yes.
The writers are Fax Bar, Adam Small, and Sean Schetz.
That's right.
And of course, the top bill cast is Pauly Shore, Lane Smith, and Carla Gugino.
That's
Did
right.
I say that right? I
He
think I said
did.
that
Carla
right.
Gugino.
And of course, they went on to have multiple roles after this.
Yeah, Carla Gugino is like one of my favorite actresses
Yes.
working today. This is probably one of the first movies I can remember her being in. Like the first movie I can remember paying attention to her was Snake Eyes. But this was probably the first movie I can think back that I seen her in that I can recall. You know,
Snake Eyes was a good movie, though.
yeah. Oh, Nick Cage. That's right.
I need to backtrack a little bit on something I said because it did not come out in 1994. It was 1993.
Three.
It was
Yes.
1993.
That's right.
Still
And
old.
July 2nd.
that's right. It was supposed to come out in May.
It was.
But Disney was trying to get that summer money because
Of course.
it was battling Jurassic Park and what was the other one? There was two big ones that
Rookie
summer.
of the Year.
No,
No.
it wasn't a kids movie,
Oh.
but it was like for the teens. Is what Son-in-Law was for. But there was Jurassic Park and something else that year. It was battling, and they were like, "Well, we're just going to throw this in." And it'll be our summer movie to battle these. Disney did.
Yes.
And yeah, it was supposed to come out in May, but they moved it to July for that reason.
Try and be in the battle.
Right.
Try. Because against Jurassic Park.
Yeah, no. I know.
It was distributed by Buena Vista. It had an $8 million budget. It made $36.4 million in
right.
the U.S. and Canada,
Yeah.
and $4.6 million internationally.
That's right.
So it ended up making $41 million.
Right. Ain't bad on an 8
surprising.
million.
I ain't
Not
gonna
bad
lie.
on an $8 million.
There's
For
a-
a Pauly Shore movie.
There's a reason why Disney kept investing money into Pauly Shore.
Yes.
There
Well,
was.
yeah.
For that
'cause
three-
Got reminded of that tonight.
Yes.
The comedy.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
Of course, we have the top bill cast, Pauly Shore. We've seen him previously in Encino Man.
My favorite Pauly
And
Shore
then,
movie.
of course,
Yeah.
there's In the Army Now, Biodome, and Jury Duty.
Yeah. And I'm not a huge fan of any of them, to be honest. Encino Man is my favorite one, and I am a fan.
And those were the only ones that did anything.
Yeah.
He's in the juice.
That's right. Wheezing the Juice. From Encino Man on, he played the same character. Like,
Yep.
but that's what he was paid to do.
Yep.
He was paid to be Pauly Shore, and he did it.
The
he
Weasel.
did it well.
That's right.
Weasel buddy.
Lane Smith was in My Cousin Vinny, The Distinguished Gentleman.
That's right.
The Mighty Ducks.
He was everywhere. He always played a good like antagonist, but
Yes.
not really the bad guy. Like, you know what I mean?
And then, of course, Carla Gugino, which we talked about her, but some of the roles that I really liked her in were The Haunting of Hill House.
Fantastic.
The good
Fantastic show. Like,
Yeah. So, have you
Netflix.
watched The Haunting of Hill House?
there's The Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor,
Bly Manor.
and The Fall of the House of Usher.
Yeah, they're all Netflix shows. They're Mike Flanagan did them all though, and
Okay.
he is they are fantastic. Every Halloween, I try to watch at least The Haunting of Hill House.
Yes.
It's become like a thing. I got to. It still scares me. Like, there ain't many things that scare me,
Yeah.
but it's so psychological, and she's the mom in the family, and it's huge. Like, she plays a huge part.
She does a fantastic job.
Yeah.
That show really hit home with me because we had some stuff happen personally afterwards that very well mimicked that situation.
Right.
She was also known for her role in Snake Eyes as well.
Yeah, we talked about that. Sin City.
And Watchmen.
Sin City. I love me some Sin City, and she was, yes, great. Snake
Another
Eyes.
movie I haven't seen in a while.
Sin City. Yeah. We'll be covering it here. The Legion of Nerds, of course.
And then Tiffany Amber Thiessen, she played Tracy.
Yeah,
And of course, everybody knows her as Kelly Kapowski
that's right.
from Saved by the Bell.
Zach Morris is trash.
And good old Patrick Renaud.
And this has got to be one of the earliest I've seen this kid. Like, now he's an adult actor.
Yes.
I'm not sure if Sandlot came out before or after this.
Same year.
Yep.
Same year.
Same year.
But yeah, good old Patrick Renaud, of course, from Sandlot.
That's right.
Killing me small.
And this.
That's right. Killing Me Smalls.
Funny thing about him, they didn't even really want him for the role.
Disney didn't.
Disney did not. They thought he was weird and thought he was going to be difficult to work with.
Yes.
Because he wasn't a Disney kid.
That's right.
But Pauly Shore and the director, Pauly Shore and Steve Rash, said no, he's got them squishy cheeks that we need.
That's right.
And that was his shtick through the whole movie.
Yes.
All right, that's pretty much
Yeah. Who all was in the movie
the main.
and everything.
There were quite a few big characters in the movie for sure, though.
Yeah,
They
watching
were-
it again,
Yeah.
I did catch a lot of people, which the whole family is known
Yes.
actors, at least bit players that you see in all
Yes.
kinds
Yes,
of, like even, what was his name? Troy, or,
The boyfriend.
Travis,
no, the
Theo.
Theo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Theo,
the
yeah.
farmhand.
Yeah.
Like, you see him in everything, and he's a good actor. Like, he can play dumb, he can play, like, serious,
He
and
can play the a-hole.
yes, he can play it all. Right. Of course, he was never a leading man, but man, he's got some chops.
Yes.
Like, he does. He's played it all. From bikers to stupid farmhands. Yeah.
But yeah, again, that was another well-packed movie for a Pauly movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Travis, the actor that played Travis, he starred with Tiffany Amber Thiessen in Saved by the Bell, the college years.
I think so.
He was in there too. And his name was originally Chad. It was supposed to be Chad. So he was the first Chad, man. Like, we had the first Karen, I swear, in one of these movies. And now we got the first Chad. So
Yes.
That's true. Oh, goodness gracious.
that's right.
But it did. But yeah, this was one of those bring back memory movies for sure.
It was.
Yeah, because again, I forgot the one-liners that just
Yes.
went through his movies.
I haven't watched this movie since the 90s. Today was the first time in over 20 years, or at least 20 years,
Yep.
over 20 years, that I watched this movie. And I have to admit, like, I had forgotten, and I laughed through most of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it's some top tier movie, but
It
it's
is a good
good.
time.
It's a good rib tickler,
It does exactly what it's supposed to do. Simple.
feel-good movie.
That's right.
Entertainment.
That's right. And
Like-
family values. Like, there was a lot of them movies that had family values and, like, hiding in the background.
Yes.
And this is one of them.
Yep.
Yes,
Right.
very much so.
Yes.
Because in the end, it all was all about bringing the family closer together and
That's right. And then bringing in this outsider who nobody liked. And now all of a sudden
Everybody likes
is
him.
the family.
yeah,
Like,
they want him a part of the family. You belong.
that's right. And everybody's like taking on parts of his traits and the way he talks too now. And it's just like he did. You know, like, it really was. You want to give us a little summary of the movie real quick?
So summary of the movie is after having gotten a taste of college life, drastically changed farm girl from the Midwest returns home with her sidekick, who, if you ask me, has kept her faithful to this point.
He has. He looked over her.
And he is the craziest, most eccentric man she probably could have met her first day in LA.
Yeah. Free spirit.
He is a very free spirit, and she's lived a very sheltered life. So here we go. She brings him home, and it is culture shock.
Oh yes, because that's definitely one
Both
of those,
sides.
those people you're warned about in the South or something like that. You don't want to go to California. Them people are crazy. And sure enough, what you get?
And that happened in this movie.
Hey, buddy.
That's right.
Put the bottom of the Jack in the Box on that bad boy.
That's right.
Look at your present.
Sorry, y'all. That's great.
It's a good movie, though.
Yes.
So the movie starts off with her graduating high school. Her obviously being Rebecca.
Yes. Carla Gugino.
Carla Gugino's
That's
character. And it's when she tells everybody she's going to LA.
That's right, for college.
She's going to UCLA for college. And everybody tells her, of course, she's going to meet all these crazy people and you don't know what it's like out there. And her dad tries to, have that talk with her because he's sheltered too.
Yeah.
Trust me, them California people are weird.
Load up, haul her off, and brother forgot the keys.
Yeah, for the trunk.
In comes Crawl.
Crawl. Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore. Fred Crawl Weasel.
Every character that Pauly Shore has ever played is this character.
The Weasel from MTV.
That's right. At least through this run of like a handful of movies, to me, it's the same character, which he got paid to do it. Like that's what they wanted. But to me, he plays the same character. He doesn't have like this range.
He doesn't.
But I mean, he was
I'm not going to say he doesn't, but it hasn't been showcased.
Right, but he was like a VJ.
Yes.
Like for MTV.
Yes, he was.
Before all
for
this.
A while.
He just became really popular. So they were like, let's put him in a movie.
Couple of them.
Yeah.
See what he brings in.
Fast forward, a month and a half or so, it's Halloween, and they're having a Halloween party, and her figurine gets broke, and she decides, that's it, I'm done, I'm going home.
That's right.
Crawl talks her out of it. Tells her, I know you're homesick. I know you miss everybody. Everybody's been there. Just stick it out. So they do. And she gets a little wild.
Well, I mean, she starts thinking for herself instead of letting her family and her background control her.
Not saying she gets a little wild. She just is free and out from under their thumb and
dresses how she wants. Gets her hair cut and all that good stuff.
Changes. Everybody needs a change.
That's right.
And right after Halloween, we have Thanksgiving, and it's time to go home for the holidays. But poor old Crawl, his plans fell through. He ain't going to Vegas.
Right.
So let's take him home with us.
To South Dakota. Which
I'm sorry.
My one problem with this is it's South Dakota, but why don't it look like wintertime?
I was gonna say it's South Dakota, but when they landed, why did it look like the desert?
Right, like it looked like it did not look like wintertime in South Dakota. I watched Fargo, and it don't look like that. Like,
no, I was tripping because I was like, wait a minute, that still looks like the desert.
Yeah.
Or they just take off in California, land back in California.
The things you notice when you get older, like because I never noticed that back in the '90s watching it.
No, or the chicken scene.
Just slips right past you.
Yeah.
Get to that. So they get home, or they get back to the farm, and Travis is there. He met him at the airport, and he takes her out to the barn and steps in the cow patty. But we'll get past that. and proceeds to get down on one knee, and she feigns that she's gonna faint, and it's just the flight. And oh my God, now he's gonna propose to me. We gotta do something, Carl. You gotta fix this. Why it's his responsibility, I don't understand. But he's protected her this long. Why not?
It's not like he's some big detective that's going to figure some stuff out. He's going to just fly by the seat of his pants.
Yep.
He has shown her that from the get-go.
Right. So I don't know what she expected him to do, but what he did, or at least what he did shouldn't have surprised her.
Yeah. Should have been kind of like, oh, okay, I'll roll with it.
Right.
Fast forward to that evening, the business dinner, her dad's business dinner, Farmers Association dinner.
Right.
And Travis proposes in front of everybody. And she panics and stomps on Carl's foot. And next thing you know, they're engaged, and they should have told everybody before this happened.
Right.
And then Travis hits him.
That's right. Why you do that?
And he's always been that weak one. He always gets it.
Yeah. To the end when you learn he knows karate.
Took it for 2 semesters.
That's right.
And from this point forward, the hilarity ensues because he has to act like he's going to be their son-in-law.
Right. Act like he wants to be part of the family and he wants to learn how to farm and be a farm boy.
That was hilarious.
And Theo.
Did you really ride a pig in Son-in-Law? Did you watch the movie? Yeah, did I ride a pig?
Did it look like I rode a pig?
Yeah. Well, then I rode a pig. This is an interview he gave. Somebody asked him, did you ride a pig in Son-in-Law? And he's like, did you watch the movie? And they were like, yeah.
Did I ride?
Did it look like I was riding a pig? Yeah, then I was riding a fucking pig.
That's Pauly. That's the shit you expected from Pauly. I mean, we grew up with him, so we grew up with the VM.
And watching it this time, that's all I could think about when he got up on the pig was that exchange. Yeah, I rode the fucking pig. Like, what you think? You didn't have CGI. That's what he was talking about. He was like, it wasn't Jurassic Park where they just like put the stuff in there. Like, I just pretended to be riding it.
And we just sit there and went, doot, doot, doot.
So, of course, this fish out of water tries to learn how to do farm chores, thanks, Theo.
Yes.
Theo's so mean to him.
Yes.
But it's okay, because he runs with it.
Yeah, he does.
And
he
Theo hates it.
Yes.
And then we get him off in the combine with old John Denver. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Spelling his name in the field.
$250,000 piece of equipment. Thought I told you to keep an eye on him.
Not anymore.
But he had a blast doing it.
He did, and he didn't mess it up.
No.
Nope, just wrote his name.
And then used it again as a way to get to go fishing. I'm just gonna go combining. All right.
I'll just drive the combine again.
Just take the combine out for a spin again.
Right.
So needless to say, Dad finally warms up to him.
Yes.
And takes him fishing. It's him, Pops, and Pops has a heart attack.
Yes, or at least some kind of heart issue.
Yes. And Carl tries to kiss him. He
He's
doesn't.
doing
He
CPR.
performs CPR, but according to Pops, he tried to kiss
That's
him.
right.
And this is when Carl tells Rebecca when they get home that he feels very out of place in his attire. And they have to go shopping.
One thing I give Pauly Shore, if that was really his ass, like he was keeping his booty in shape. That's for sure. Because it
wasn't as white either as you
it
think
wasn't,
it would be.
Right?
That California tan line.
Good old assless chap.
That's right. That's right.
Cheek showers.
That's right.
That's what he called them. Cheek
That's
showers.
right.
Cheek chillers. And they run into Tracy, and Tracy had no idea they were back in town. And of course not, because Travis is trying to keep them separated.
That's
He's
right.
been running around doing his thing. And this is where he gives Mom a makeover.
Which was one of my favorite parts of the movie. It was fantastic. Right.
When the family started opening up.
Yes.
Of course, Dad was real happy.
Yes.
He liked the outcome.
Yes.
So, Dad really enjoyed it.
Yes.
And they had a great time at the hoedown. Carl went crowd surfing, poor old man.
Yes. The other poor old man. That's right. You go for it.
And he did. Gave it his all, and they let him down.
Right.
Hard.
I'm alright.
But he was cool with it. He jumped up and was all happy.
Not a speck of dirt on him.
That's
either.
right. That's
that
right.
blue shirt was clean as hell.
This is a badass man.
And Travis invites him to a bachelor party.
Yes.
Tells him, you know what? Let's put this behind us. I'm gonna throw you a bachelor party.
Asshole.
Ulterior motives the whole time.
Worse than Alan from Hangover, I'm telling you.
So then it's time for him to catch the Thanksgiving turkey. And
Turkeys are mean.
he gives it a heart attack.
By screaming at it, doing his weasel scream.
The weasel cry.
But of course, once he starts plucking it, it comes back to life
Yeah.
and destroys the house. And
Yes.
about that time, Travis pulls up to take him to that bachelor party. So
Yeah.
he's out.
That's right.
Gotta go, guys. And this is where the movie takes a turn.
Of course, all the time when we look back on a lot of these 80s and 90s movies, we're like, man, they done went to prison.
But man, this movie should have been banned. Do you hear that?
Right? But back then, it was movies. Like, you know what I mean? And-
the sexual innuendo.
oh, man, throughout the whole thing. Like, he was standing in the bathroom with the half-naked mama talking about, I have a semi. Like,
And got away with it.
Yeah, and she said, thank you.
Like,
But you need to get out, you know? Like,
Yeah.
thank you, but you need to get out. Oh, man. That's right.
and of course, Tracy shows up after they've already got Carl drugged.
Yeah, and I don't see how he drank that.
I could see
You could
him.
see it in the bottom.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care. Like, I know they had him buzzed and he been drinking, but
Hell, most of it went on his jacket.
yeah, he didn't know them people. You could have cared. Well, you wouldn't have been paying no attention. I'd have been paying attention.
Yeah.
Fast forward to breakfast, and everybody's looking for Carl, and the brother says, nope, he never came home last night. So they check the barn
Yeah.
and find him with Tracy. And neither one of them know what happened.
Yeah.
But
They're both still dressed though. Like neither one of them are any naked.
No,
no, they're not naked.
this is britches down.
Yeah.
Partially disrobed, but
Yes.
not showing anything.
No, like her boobs weren't even hanging out. Like, so I mean, what really happened? Like,
Yeah.
So the wedding gets called off. Because, scandalous people.
That's right.
Wait.
And Travis berates Tracy for her actions
Oh, I know.
and how she handled herself, and made me sick. And as she's heading off down the road, she realizes her seat's too far back, and then she finds the bottle of pills.
Right.
He pulls the Smokey the Bandit move.
Oh yeah, she looked. It was even better than Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, it was. I love that car. And she picks up Carl, tells him, get in, we've got some things to talk about. And
Right.
shows back up at the family.
What did the sign say? Hollywood, please.
Hollywood,
Yes.
please.
That's all I wanted to know. Hollywood, please.
Hollywood, please. He didn't make it to Hollywood yet.
No,
He'll
no.
be back, though.
Right.
Of course, when she found the pills, 2 + 2 = drugged.
Yeah.
Every time.
Her car was. I mean, her seat was pushed all the way back.
Yes.
Like, so I mean, it was. Yeah.
So she takes him back, and they're still in the middle of trying to eat breakfast. It's not breakfast, it's Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's Thanksgiving dinner.
But there's a little slip because at one point it showed them in there and the turkey wasn't even in the oven.
Yep.
But then it came back and the turkey was done.
Turkey was done, golden brown
Yeah.
stuff. There's mashed potatoes, all that stuff.
Right.
Where did I come from? I saw a turkey on that damn countertop.
It's all right.
When she got instant mashed potatoes, instant carrots and peas, instant yams.
Luckily, they showed up when they did, because Travis's dumbass decided he was going to propose again.
Which was the dumbest shit ever.
And come in, tell him the story, confront him. And Theo says, yeah, it was just a joke, though. I don't care, you fired anyways. Rebecca tells Travis he needs to leave.
Yes.
And Travis tries to tell her she can't talk to him that way.
Right.
And that's when we learn that Crawl took 2 semesters of karate.
That's right.
Theo is fired. Rebecca starts to come clean about the fake proposal, and Crawl says, no, we just decided we're going to postpone the wedding.
Right. Right.
Put it off on a different date.
Yes.
And everybody's still happy.
Yes, everybody is. And I want to know what happened.
Pops tells Travis off, and
That was-
Crawl
Yes.
bingo.
Yes.
That was the highlight of the movie. That my buddy Wheeze.
That's right.
Twisted
Chill.
Let's all chow down and munch on some grinding.
That's right.
That was the biggest thing for the longest time. You ready for some grinding?
That's right. And wheezing the juice.
Yes.
Wheezing the
Buddy.
That's right. I still want to know if they stay together. I know they probably stay friends
Probably.
because of this whole thing, but I wonder if they decided to actually be together, because you find out that Crawl really does want to be with Rebecca.
Really does care for her.
Right. And I'm sorry, but if she just took a step back and seen, like, dude just, like, went through all this with your family and everything just to be good with your family, like,
Well,
so
if you remember,
hopefully,
at one point during the movie, they were gonna kiss, but Pop just had to. Hey, I'm not.
Don't mind me, nobody else does.
right. Can I sit here and whittle wood with you?
So he sits down and nice.
That's right.
Made eye contact.
So what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is probably the hoedown and seeing Dad being all excited for Mom, you know,
Yes.
and all that. Like, that was probably my favorite, the hoedown. To be
That
honest.
fire coming back between them.
Yes, because Pauly or Crawl, like, he really did the damn thing when it came to them.
Yes.
Like, and got them all fired up for each other again. Yeah, that was probably my favorite.
What about you?
Mine are the introductions to Crawl. When you first get when you first meet Crawl and then you first meet him not coming off the plane.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like, hey, what's up?
That's right. Everybody's like, oh, shit.
Yes, that's it. You're like, what the hell? Like, what? Wait a minute. No. But yeah, those are always have been my favorites because you just an introduction.
Yes.
Make a scene. Yes.
Yes.
What up, everybody?
This is, I gotta make a
Yeah.
impression.
And like I said, when Dad first meets Carla, oh, hello.
That's right.
Just leave me hanging.
I absolutely love the hoedown scene.
Yeah.
However, all of the interactions with the little brother.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Because that's when you
Yeah.
learn that he's not as stupid as he puts off.
Yeah, he's not an idiot. Like, he has some skills.
Yeah.
Like,
He hides his nerd.
he's just who he is. Like, and he wants to be that. That's right.
Good movie, though.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, the one-liner did, oh my God.
Yes.
The sexual innuendos from him, I forgot were that bad.
That ain't bad.
Well-
It was just a lot. It was a whole lot.
Yeah, but nowadays, all these people, these
Oh,
sensitive
yeah,
people
no.
are like, oh my God, it's so terrible.
No, you
He
can't
said
do that.
semi.
Yeah.
He said wood.
They're whittling it too.
Yeah. It's great.
The killing of animals.
if you were to give it a grade, what would you give it?
A movie grade, just straight movie, probably be a C plus. Like bringing back nostalgia, watching it, I give it a B.
Yep.
But just as a movie itself, probably C plus. Yeah. Not his favorite movie of mine, but it had to be like second favorite.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. All 100% what he just said, because it's a C plus basic movie, but nostalgia wise, yeah, I could still remember sitting around, me and the buddies, smoking,
That's
watching this movie going, what the fuck?
That's right.
Oh my god. But yeah, it's, I have to say probably the third of my favorite, because I like Jury Duty a little bit better
Jury
than this
Duty.
one.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No.
To me, if you like one, you probably like them all.
Yeah.
And they're probably on the same tier. Encino Man for me sits above them all. But
Yes.
the rest of them are.
In there.
Yeah.
I agree. I do, however, grade it a little bit higher.
Of course.
Mine is still a B.
Yeah.
I do not grade as harshly as you, though, because I enjoy movies a lot. Just because they're movies, not critically. But for nostalgia, it's going to be an A.
Right.
Like, it brings up all those good, heartfelt family feelings, and it's fantastic.
Yes.
It was a good movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
it falls under that what, Thanksgiving movie and a family movie
Oh, yes.
and a comedy.
Yes.
So you get the best of three worlds.
That's right. And some good actors.
Yes,
It really has some good actors.
yes,
in
it did. I still prop on that one because that's a killer lineup
Yeah.
for a Pauly Shore movie.
Sure is.
We're having a great time.
Yes.
Do you remember the first time you watched it, though?
I want to say I was probably 4, 5. But it's one of those that has always been played
Right.
around Thanksgiving for as long as I can remember.
I got you.
I know my aunt and uncle did have it as soon as it was available on VHS, and we watched it.
Right. About you?
I think I couldn't tell you that. I just know it was a group of us having a good old time doing what 90s kids did.
Right.
You know, a little alcohol, a little drinking, a little smoking, a lot of movies. But yeah, I can tell you the 4 people who were there though: me, Morris, Adrian, and Robbie. Just have a good old time watching
Yeah,
a
yeah.
movie.
It was, for me, it was probably at Granny and Papa's around Thanksgiving because this was one of those screener tapes that we got
Yes.
in between the theater and it coming out on video or whatever. And I remember watching it, and we watched it quite a few times. But, you know, my tastes in movies have changed over the years.
Yes.
So,
A little more refined.
yeah. And there's nothing wrong with this movie. Like, I laughed my ass off watching it today. It's just
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be something I would pick today.
No.
You know what I mean? And
No,
there's
you're
lots of
right.
movies I liked back then that I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't pick today. That don't make them bad.
No.
It just means my tastes have changed.
Right. Any final thoughts?
Again, it's, to me, it's like any other Pauly Shore movie, any other role. Like, they put him in this fish out of water position, and then everybody starts to love him. And not everybody, but
Yeah.
most everybody. There's always the people that don't. You know?
Yes.
But it is one of the better ones, in my opinion. And if you get a chance to watch it around Thanksgiving, make sure you do, because it's been so many years that I forgot about this movie till we watched it today.
You want just a good chuckle and a good laugh, man. It's definitely a good movie to watch.
That's right.
Just something to pop in and be like, okay.
Yes.
Just turn your brain off and have a good time.
Yes.
Pretty much. That's what you gotta do to a
That's
Pauly
right.
movie. Click.
Family and funny.
Yes.
That's what this movie is. Family and funny. And some faces that I saw before and saw long after.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Well, y'all, if you like what we do here, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, leave some comments, tell us how much you like Son-in-Law or Pauly Shore in general.
Yeah.
Because we're down to talk and hear about it. I've been Chuck.
I've been Brandy.
I'm Brian.
We've been the Legion of Nerds. We's the juice.
Hey, Pauly, did you really ride that pig in Son-in-Law? I'm like, did you see the movie? Yes, I saw the movie. I'm like, was I riding a pig? Yes, you were riding a pig. I said, then guess what? I was fucking riding the pig in Son-in-Law. I almost died for you fuckers. Okay? Well, it's not like Jurassic Park where they superimpose the fucking animals behind him and like, oh my God. Thank God I'm a country boy. Billy Ray Cyrus, keep your heart out.